If you're looking for the pulse of Tampa Bay sports, Beckles and Recher is the #1 source. The new guard, raising up the bar. Intelligent sports talk in your own backyard. Ain't no competition, ask the fans why. Beckles and Recher got it by a landslide. Don't fret, microphone check, stand by. Yo, Fox, where they at? Who my two favorite guys? Here they go. 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 Here they go.
All right. Welcome back to your Beckles and Recher podcast. My name is Ian Beckles. And
it is.
Next to me is the sometimes great Jay Recher.
When am I not? When am I? Wait, when am I? When am I?
When are you great? I think
all right, next topic.
I think you show greatness on the softball field. I've seen you be great on the softball field, you know.
I'll take
When you're not great is when I see you walking around with gout. That's when you're not as great.
So last week I had a bout. With gout
I
last
saw
week.
You, dude.
Dude.
You'd be bout now.
Everybody on the field, they were like, dude, we were really concerned about you. You know why? Because the
yeah.
next day I was doing jumping jacks.
Really?
I got all the medicines.
That's odd. You got the medicines?
I got all the medicines.
I got all the medicines too, right here.
I know. I don't even need. I don't want to say. I don't ever want to say I never need that.
Well, you always need it.
It's just some, you know.
You need it for your sanity.
It's like an old booze, you know. I've had those. Speaking of booze, let's jump right into it. You know, talking about topic of discussion, this whole Travis Hunter thing with his wife kind of thing is wife-ish.
Yeah, ish.
You saw it coming, didn't you?
Everybody saw
From a mile away.
Come on.
Listen, things like that, you don't even.
Jay, come on. Come on.
That right there knows no race, no religion, nothing. That has nothing to do with anything.
They'd be like, dude, seriously? You don't see that? You don't see that? You know, listen, Shannon Sharp should also be in this category. Because dudes, hey, guys.
Come on, man.
Okay, so she looks good. She got a nice butt. I get it. She's an OnlyFans model. You think it's going to end what? Well, I really don't. Travis Hunter's girl, she didn't have signs. She had sirens. She didn't have ears. She had sirens that were going off like.
There was a neon thing around her.
Are you kidding me? I don't feel bad for the guy.
No,
I don't feel bad for the guy. It's gonna happen again. It's 100%.
It's never gonna stop.
It's going to. If that's the girl you pick, it's going to happen again. I promise.
You have a bad track record, homie.
You got sucker all over, and she's going for $40 million. His contract is $40 million. She's trying to get all his money.
All of it.
All of it.
They've been married for months.
Well, for a few months, yeah, but she's done so much.
When she didn't stand up at the Heisman thing, it was like, ooh. That's not like a sports thing.
Nah,
it's not like us. It was just a common courtesy.
Yeah. Like, come on. And the things she would be complaining, I'm tired. I don't want to be here. Really? Listen, I was married for 20-something years, and I had a great wife, and at no time is she gonna complain about sitting at an interview. That's the wrong person. That's the wrong. And there's reasons to complain. Sitting at an interview when your guy's about to make umpteens of millions of dollars to play a sport, just to sit and shut your mouth in an interview for 15 minutes?
Just
okay, come on now.
Chill.
Come on now.
What did you make of did you see the whole thing with Cam Newton too? He says, I can't be Superman to my 8 kids. You blew through 180 million.
Yeah.
180.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Listen, I don't have kids out of wedlock. I have 3 kids all in, you know, and I didn't have to pay for them in all kind of ways. But this is the reality of it is 180 after taxes is 100. Now, if you cut 100 in half 8 times, at the end of it, there's not that much. I'm being serious. Like, they can all come after him for oodles of money. And when you're paying child support for 8 kids every month, well, you can't have enough podcasts. No way. Good luck
4
with
children with his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
And then 2 children with the photographer. And now he's got a now 2 with this. Bro.
Wrap it up,
Remember Antoine Walker?
Yeah.
Blew it all.
He blew all of it.
How does that? I don't. What do you? It's cars. It's money.
It's stupidity.
It's just.
But it's.
You think that money's coming in forever?
Well,
there's no way you have any semblance of long-term thinking if you blow through that much money. More money than the majority of the people on this planet will ever see in their entire life.
Yeah.
And for you to blow through that in years, not decades, years.
Correct.
Oh,
Well, Jay, you have, of all the people that you know, I have friends. Some of my friends are very intelligent. Some aren't as intelligent.
Right.
You give an unintelligent person a lot of money, it goes away. I'm just telling you. I watched it. I watched it develop. I watched it, and I'm not going to bring up names. That's not fair. But I watched guys with a lot of money, and I sat them down. Some of them aren't here anymore. Some of them are. I was a guy, I didn't have ridiculous money. I was making good money, but not what they were making. I would sit them down and say, sit down. And this is what I'm 25. I go, you finna be broke. All these cats in your house that don't know you, and your 40-foot boat in the back that doesn't move, and your 6 cars out front, and you at the strip club spending $1,000 every night, you finna be broke, dog. And I'm 100% right every time they ended up being broke. So it's not rocket science, dude. It's not, because that money doesn't continue. And when the music stops, musical chair, and stops, okay, from that point on, you better make good decisions from that point on. Because when money's coming in every Monday, you don't feel nothing. Mm-hmm. I could have went to the store and bought new shoes, all of new sweatsuits, cars, because I had money coming in. Because it's always coming in. When it stops, when the music stops, brother, you better have a plan. Because I was rich when the music stopped. And I'm not rich now, and I do not squander money. People who squander money, they have no chance.
Is that ever going to change with professional athletes? No, right?
No.
Ever?
No.
It's going to be a cautionary tale for as long as sports are around.
No. And the thing is, my problem with it, and it's not a problem, but listen, I just told you that a lot of professional athletes are idiots, okay? This is the issue. Doctors, lawyers, CPAs, keep on going. They can work until they're 70.
Right.
Athletes are done when they're 30. So if you tell a lawyer at 30 years old who lives in Cobra Isles at 30 years old, okay, stop lawyering. You got to move out of your house. Because whatever you got to do to start making more money, it's going to take time.
And you're probably not going to be making that much.
That's the thing.
Great chance you're not going to be making the same amount of money.
Tough, man. It ain't easy.
Those are the exceptions. These guys that have these post careers. And and even then, you're making a fraction. Mm-hmm. Like I think about guys that turn into TV personalities, these guys that are now on TV. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could be good at what you do, and you could be getting paid handsomely. Yeah. You could be getting paid $1 million.
Very small percentage.
But even if you're making $1 million, if you were a hell of an athlete, you were making more money as an athlete.
Sure. And look, it's a different time now than it was. Like Tristan Wirfs is never going to be poor. I don't think. First of all, I think he's an intelligent young man. But when you're making $17, $18, $20 million a year, that's different than making $2, $3, $4 million a year. It's just different. Period. And you know, everybody else talks about, well, the NFL needs to help these guys and they need to have symposiums and stuff. Come on, man. Nobody. When you're 21 years old, you don't listen to nobody. You're 22 years old. You're just going to have fun. You're trying to do this and that. And it's a tough situation. I watched it. I watched some other cats that were very tight with their money, and now today they got lots of money. So it's pretty easy to see who's going to have money later on and who's going to blow it all and who's blowing it at the time. I was talking to someone the other day. Like, I used to like to go to the clubs. I wasn't crazy with the clubs. I used to like to go to strip clubs every once in a while, go to the clubs. I don't think I ever spent more than $300 in the club.
Really?
In my whole life. And I watched guys. I went out with Broderick Thomas. So we went to the Dollhouse. He laid out $10,000 on the table.
Jeez.
In 20s. $10,000. And it was gone at the end of the night. Gone. Now you think you want that $10,000? It's a lot of bills, dog. It's a lot. $10,000 is a lot different when you're playing than when you're not playing.
You got that right, buddy. You mentioned Tristan Wirfs. The top 100 list has come out for the National Football League. Not the entire list, but he made the list. He was, I think, 75 last year. Number 28 this year.
That's a big jump.
But I find it hard to believe that there's 27 better players in the National Football League. And what I thought was pretty cool was that one of the players that was actually speaking on his behalf, or both of them actually were really cool, was Deion Dawkins, who's been around forever with the Bills, showing him so much love.
Okay.
And Micah Parsons.
Oh, really?
And Micah Parsons was like, Tristan is one of those guys that makes you buckle your helmet and realize that, like, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
So he's a special dude. And he was so great to Tristan Wirfs. And I know these are subjective, and sometimes these players don't even really know because you said like corners don't watch tackles and quarterback. Maybe quarterbacks, but corners not watching tackles and vice versa. But I find it hard to believe that a guy that's an All-Pro at right tackle and left tackle is the 28th best player in the game.
He's not.
No way.
Ask GMs.
Yeah.
I would be easy to say this. Let's just go by grades. And I wouldn't do that for everybody because you could be great and not be great at grades. Tristan Wirfs, I don't think I've ever seen a flawless offensive lineman. I've watched a lot of offensive linemen. I almost to the point I almost watched all of them, okay? I've watched to Anthony Munoz and after, okay? That's a lot of linemen. I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody as clean as Tristan Wirfs. He's clean. And what I'm saying clean is there's no false steps. You never see him on the ground. His hand placement is wonderful. His foot placement is wonderful. He doesn't get bull. It's odd to. I don't even know. It's almost like he's not from this planet.
Where does that come from? How much of that is God-given? How much of that is preparation and work ethic and just working at your craft?
To be that good, half and half.
Yeah.
You can't be
both,
that.
Right?
Absolutely. You listen, you could work out all you want. You ain't jumping out the pool.
Is it a true statement that your work ethic, I mean, you wouldn't be as good because, I guess like you said, half and half. Like you're not going to ever be that good unless you have some kind of God-given ability, but you're also not going to be able to reach those heights if you don't put the effort in.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But I've said this before, Jay, and this is from my heart. I worked out hard. Did I work out the hardest? Not necessarily.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to it, there's gonna be guys busting their ass. But if you put 100 guys in a row and they're at any age and say which guys have the ability to make in the NFL, you won't be wrong. You won't be wrong. And most of that stuff you put on the planet as like Tristan Wirfs, you've seen him in person. Looks different. He's different, dude.
So if you, let's say, all right, you start a team today, okay, and you can't pick a quarterback.
Yep.
Where's Tristan Wirfs rank on that list?
If you have to start a team?
Start a team today, one player, and build your way from there. And you can't pick a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's on the short list.
Oh, he'd be picked very, very high by a lot of teams. A lot of teams, okay? For me, it would either be the best tackle, which may just be Tristan Wirfs, or the best pass rusher. That's going to be my first pick. You can have a great DB all you want, okay? You go, give me T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett and any DBs, and then they'll be fine. Any DBs.
I think about like all the guys. Like I would take him. Maybe Myles Garrett's like the one guy to me. I don't know if I would take T.J. Watt over Tristan Wirfs.
No, I wouldn't. I would take Tristan. I would 100% take Tristan Wirfs. I was just trying to explain.
No, yeah, I know what you mean, but
I'm not taking.
It all revolves around the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, protecting the quarterback.
Correct.
But outside,
and going back to his ranking, you have to understand that like receivers and quarterbacks just get more.
Yeah, they get more.
They get more love. Yeah. You hear Tristan Wirfs, you might not hear his name all game. You may not hear his name all game.
Probably a good thing,
which is a wonderful thing.
So I think we can agree that if you are starting a team tomorrow, Tristan Wirfs is at the worst.
Top 10.
No, I'm saying out of non-quarterbacks. I think it's higher.
It could be higher.
It's top 3 or top 5.
I'm thinking right now of who as an offensive, and I don't know the offensive lines like I used
to. Lane Johnson in there. Trent Williams is getting older. Those both these guys are getting older, but they're not Tristan, right?
Trent Williams misses a lot of games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Tristan too. I mean,
well, Tristan
not a lot, but I mean,
he doesn't miss games though. I mean, he's missing them now, but he hasn't in the past. How many games has he missed in his whole career? Not more than 4.
Yeah,
bro, that's nothing, bro. 4 games in your whole career.
A little more than that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's a little more. I would say 8 if I had to take a guess.
Okay.
But still, with that being said, the fact that the Buccaneers have an offensive lineman where he is a top 10. Again, I think top 10's too low. I think top 5 pick if we're not talking about quarterbacks.
Once again, I might as well start the Tristan Wirfs, fan club. I was on him before everybody else was Googling, going over him, and here it is right here. He missed 4 games in his career.
Oh, so it is 4. Okay.
4 games.
So there it is, 4.
16, 17, 13, 17, 16. So, well, no, he missed 1. When did 17 start? So he missed 5 games. His whole career.
That's not bad.
Jesus Christ.
But he's going to miss the first 2. And,
Yeah.
also,
at least. I mean, we don't know. At least.
Last year, he also did not give up a sack.
That's not even a big deal, which is crazy.
I know. Bucs only team last year, top 5 in rushing yards. I think rushing yards and passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big reason why. You know who you're going to... I mean, I watched him today, Luke Gedeke. You're going to love this. The more you watch, you're going to like this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the year he gets national attention and love, because it's just incredible to see what he can do going from left guard to right tackle.
Do you see him mic'd up? Did you see that at all?
Yeah.
I like Luke Gedeke.
Yeah, I like Luke
talking
Gedeke
shit.
too.
And he's talking shit, and he's about it.
He's hilarious. He's a funny guy. Today,
they
were doing drills and just, monotonous, and I kept thinking about what you said of, if you're an offensive lineman, get ready to not have fun.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
No.
And Luke Gedeke's like, woo! I'm like, this guy. You have to.
Yeah.
Is there something to embracing the hate, embracing the non-fun?
To succeed, you have to make it fun somehow.
Right.
You gotta. Rob Taylor, who I played beside for a couple of years, he was his son's playing in high school. He did last year, and he introduced me to him, and he said, "This is Ian Beckles. I never played with somebody who enjoyed the game more." That's what he said. And I thought about it for a second, and if you ask me, did you enjoy the game? I did enjoy the game, but like he was acting like I was outwardly enjoying the game. You see what I'm saying?
In comparison, you might have been.
I might have been. I don't know what I look like from the outside. I look crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Buccaneers
more and more, unfortunately, with the injuries. Now Jalen McMillan's going to be out. Where's your concern level when it comes to the injuries for our Bucs?
Oh, it's got to be high right now. I mean,
it's gotten worse.
We haven't seen Chris Godwin yet. Okay,
he's not even around. Like, I was at practice today, and I don't see Chris Godwin anywhere. Really? Like Tristan, I didn't see Tristan really today. Chris is around, but Tristan's like right there,
Yeah.
Chris is like, he just moseys on out.
Oh, really?
And then moseys on back. Jalen McMillan, he's obviously going to be out for a while now. Which isn't great. But that wide receiver depth is going to be tested, and that was a position that we were not concerned about. And to have those concerns, and I know Caleb McGarry, the starting right tackle for the Falcons, got carted off today. So that's the Buccaneers' first Week 1 matchup. I mean, my God, man, it just seems like every single day we're talking about more injuries. But where's your kind of level of concern for the Bucs when it comes to what they've been able to sustain these last couple of weeks?
Well, Tristan Wirfs is going to be an issue. I mean, regardless, and we'll see if Heck can hold up for a couple of games.
He was hurting today.
Was he hurting today?
With the heat.
Oh well, he's gonna hurt.
Boy.
He's gonna be hurting.
Feeling that heat.
Now, Igbuka, who everybody was questioning that pick, boy, that looks like a great pick right now. Without him right now, and I said this, and when I said it, other people like, oh, I said, buyer beware with Chris Godwin. His foot was on backwards.
Yeah.
And when you signed him, he wasn't running. And nobody knows how they're going to come back from any injury. When your foot's on backwards, bruh, there's people whose foot's been on backwards and never came back and played again. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't know how he's coming back. In a perfect world, will Chris Godwin will come back and still be the same guy? If we get back 70% of what Chris Godwin was, we should applaud, because we don't know what we're getting. And we paid him a lot of money. Okay, I'm not saying we shouldn't have done it, but I said buyer beware when we gave him that money. You got to be leery, because this is the sad part of it. Okay, training camp is over. When is he going to get himself in football shape?
Yeah.
Okay, you come back in week 3. Where is it? When's he getting himself in football shape?
Back in week 3.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be longer,
dude. That's a concern.
Emeka Egbuka, even today, there was a play that he made Baker down the right sideline, and Egbuka just blew past. I think might have been wrong, but I think it was Zion and one of the safeties. This kid is amazing. He's an unbelievable player. And then you look at this other wide receiver, this guy, big dude, 6'5", pass down the left sideline. He turns, catches it with one hand, and I'm like, damn, this guy's nice. Mike Evans. He just it don't stop, bro.
Yeah,
it don't stop.
It doesn't stop. With Mike Evans, though, and I probably said this before on another podcast, Mike Evans is going to be feeling great, guy. He ain't caught no licks.
Yeah.
okay? Because I'm just telling you, Mike Evans, I promise you, on everything you love, he worked his ass off in the offseason, probably harder he's ever worked out before.
And taking care of himself, too.
And he's older. He probably eats right the whole 9 yards, okay? But once that season starts and you're in your 11th year, once that season starts, you're in week 5, it all comes back. That's a long year, okay? Mike Evans is not going to practice this year. That's just the way it is at that time in your career. It's self-preservation. He wants to be out there, but it's just
they're going to be very careful.
You have
He's not
to
playing
be.
any preseason
And
games,
this is the problem. Mike Evans is one of the best competitors I've ever seen. He's going to want to be in there 24/7, but they're going to have to kind of temper it a little bit because you need Mike Evans in week 17 and on.
But isn't this the advantage of having a guy like Todd Bowles? Because he's been there. He's seen JPP days, Gronk days, Sue days, right? Julio Jones days, like guys that have Tom Brady days. Like he's seen this the last couple of years of like, all right, veteran maintenance day, Will Golston. Like this is what they did in the middle of the week, week 9, week 10, week 11. He's not going to be a young coach not knowing. And this is one of those things where I was when people were kind of missing the boat on the whole Todd Bowles versus Liam Cohen thing. Liam Cohen's never seen that before. How would he know when these guys would rest? How would he know whether to push and when to pull? That's not even a topic of discussion with Todd Bowles. He's been around the league. He knows what it takes. Nobody's going to question him giving a Mike Evans or a Levante David a day off or not playing him in the preseason.
It's the smart thing to do. And when you look back at it, I hope people come to the realization that Canales and Liam and Cohen, everybody wanting them to be the head coach was very disrespectful to Todd Bowles. It really was, if you think about it. The reason why this Buccaneer team wins or has been winning is Todd Bowles. I'm just going to say that. And because of what the players say, what he gets out of that defense, we were blessed to have a couple coordinators come in here and do some good things, but a lot of that's on the quarterback to me. Because a lot of people want to give coordinators, love. Man, I got to put it on the quarterbacks. I think between Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield, we've seen some pretty damn good quarterbacking here in the last 5 years or so. So I think these offensive coordinators get too much love. I think they get too much credit. And I don't think Todd Bowles gets enough credit.
No. And, I'm thinking about like veterans and like the type of the people that, that come in and, Teddy Bridgewater being there. We had this discussion on Monday on my podcast. Ian joins me every Monday at 12:30. I mean, I'd be very surprised if, like, what do the Bucs do with Kyle Trask? Like, if Teddy's here, do you cut Kyle Trask? Do you try to trade him? Is he your third quarterback? Like, it just seems weird to have 4 of your guys. Connor Bazelak, he's going to be your practice squad guy. But the more and more I think about it, you're not bringing in Teddy Bridgewater here. And Greg Allman put out a couple of minutes ago, 1-year contract with the Bucs, veteran minimum of $1.255 million.
For Bridgewater?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty standard. That's not a
But
surprise,
to put him on the practice squad, I believe you have to cut him, though, don't you? Don't you have
it's a
to cut him?
vested veteran, so I mean, I don't think you would. Why bring him in?
Well, I tell you what, if you wanted to put him in the practice squad, you should have put his ass out there last week to be lighting it up like that.
Right.
Okay, so if they're saying they're going to put him on the practice squad and somebody else is like, well, we want him, they're going to come get him.
Yeah.
They're going to come get him.
I think they would have got him. He was a free agent.
Sure.
So they would have got him.
Sure.
And listen, right now, if you were a guy, you would probably go out and get a Jameis, or you would go get a Kirk Cousins or somebody like that. But yeah, I mean, this doesn't bode well for the future of Kyle Trask. Not that he had one.
That's what. Oh, thank you for beating me to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost like your boy Watson. Why are we talking? We talk about Kyle Trask so much. Think about how much we've. It's what's Fatty's first name? The Watson guy. What's
Sean?
No.
Desmond Watson.
Desmond Watson. Between
what's the Fatty's name?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about rest in peace, Jared Lorenzen.
No. Between Desmond Watson, Kyle Trask, and the Rays Stadium, we just talk too much about it.
Yeah.
At the end, you're gonna go, how many words did we waste on Kyle Trask? Like every year, is this the year of what? Of what? If the kid was the man, he'd have been the man. That's too long now. Come on. That's too long to have not been on the field. I'm not dogging him. He could be a good backup quarterback, whatever, but I don't even know if he's that, okay? Because I know for a fact they didn't go get Teddy Bridgewater because they had confidence in Kyle Trask. They can say it all they want, but that ain't it. Trust me on this one.
So, speaking of another guy that gets talked about way too much, how about your guy Danny Dimes? Wins the starting job over Anthony Richardson in
First
Indianapolis.
of all, that's like being the fastest guy at fat camp. Anthony Richardson sucks. And I don't know why any NFL GM thought that Anthony Richardson was good. Did you watch him in college?
Yeah.
I watched him in college, and I was like, they think that guy's going to excel in the NFL? Not a chance. And then they picked him high because he threw the ball 98 yards and ran a 4.05. Good for you. Good for you. Has he played a good game in the NFL? Yeah. Has he? Like, seriously. Every time I see him in there, he's god-awful.
And then he makes one nice pass.
And then he gets blasted.
And then he runs for a first down. Everybody's like, see?
Yeah.
And then he throws 6 incompletions in a row.
The play he got sacked in the preseason, I don't know if that's the play he got hurt or not, but you're second year or third year now? Second year?
I think third year.
Third year. There's a guy coming off the slot, unblocked. You got to see that guy. That's you. And you're going to get blasted and get hurt? Come on, man.
I feel like that was a Travis Hunter wife type neon sign that was just sitting there waiting for everybody.
I don't know why anybody would think he was
Why
though?
all right, to play devil's advocate then. You're a guy that knows football. Why?
I said it
because he looks like an athlete?
Yes. Before the combine, I said this. Watch this. Anthony Richardson's going to go off and somebody's going to end up picking him high. Because he looks like he should be that guy. But I'm telling you, there's not more than 5 guys in the history of the NFL that got picked high because of, potential that actually panned out. Very few.
Especially at the quarterback
position.
Too. That's tough.
A lot. Well, even the wide receiver position. Oh, my God. He ran a 4.2 at the combine.
That was like John Ross from the Bengals. He was so fast, and he was terrible.
But he didn't do anything in college. If you don't do anything in college, that's this Desmond Watson guy. You're going to come and shine in the NFL when you couldn't play for the Gators? He didn't play. Come on, man. That's crazy.
So Anthony Richardson sucks.
He sucks.
When you went all the way there.
He sucks.
Not like he can be
No,
good.
he sucks. Is he good?
He sucks.
No, he's not good. He's not good.
He's bad.
He has a long release.
And then who do you get? Who's playing instead? Who's playing ahead of him now? Danny Dimes. Have you seen some of his throws? Have you seen some of his throws?
Have you seen some of his throws, Mr. Giants fan?
I cannot believe the worst thing ever to happen was the Giants winning that playoff game in Minnesota against Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
I don't understand how anybody would think that guy was a good quarterback.
Well, when he was drafted, a lot of people are like, what? Like, what?
No way.
No, I mean, I think sometimes these GMs try to be too innovative.
I do. Yeah,
They're like, I want to show you guys how deep I
want to show you how smart I am.
Yeah.
I want to show you that I figured out something that nobody else figured out. You know who doesn't do that? You know who doesn't do that? Baltimore, Philadelphia, and you know who doesn't do it now? The Bucs.
The Bucs, yeah.
Good teams, you know what they do? They draft good players.
But I'm going to say this about Baltimore and Philadelphia. It seems like they find more gems than we do, though. Like Philadelphia.
I don't know, man.
Philadelphia finds some gems,
yeah,
though,
but
bro.
they're also, they're good, so they draft towards the end of the first round.
Yeah.
So all these guys that drop that may have character concerns or any other type concerns, they pick them, but they also pick guys that were fantastic.
How the hell do you get those 2 inside guys on defense? And how do you get those offensive tackles? How do you?
Well, I think the offensive tackle is more of a development type of thing because and some of them were higher draft picks.
Well, one guy's a rugby player, so I mean, that's that's a gem.
But to me, the probably the greatest coaching of any position for a team in the NFL is the offensive line and how the Philadelphia Eagles coach those guys up. You go from Mekhi Becton going from an absolute dumpster fire at tackle with the Jets, turns into a Super Bowl winning guard for them, right? We've seen that with other teams where, just kick him inside. That'll, change everything. Nah, sometimes, and you know this way better than I do, sometimes it's not just kicking a guy inside. He's just not good.
He's just not good.
He's just not good enough.
No.
For a team like the Baltimore Ravens, when they draft a guy and they go, this is a Baltimore Ravens type player.
Yep.
He's probably hard-nosed.
But they have a type.
Leader.
They have a type, though.
But you have to establish the
Correct.
type, right?
Correct.
But then when you do that, how often do you miss on picks? It's very few. Because I almost feel like, in a way, you're drafting just as much the person as the player. And that's where I think the Bucs have really done a good job. We spoke about this last week on the podcast of Jason Light and the type of guys that he's bringing in. Like, we talk about floor and ceiling for players. Who's got a higher floor as the first-round pick than Emeka Egbuka? Based on where he got drafted and the type of player he is. Yeah. You may say he'll never be a Pro Bowl or never be an All-Pro, but you know what? He's not going to be a bust.
I'm not saying he's not
There's
going to be
just no way he can be a bust.
Yeah.
Injuries, whatever, knock on wood, those happen for everyone. But if he is a healthy player, Beck, he's going to be a productive
He's already
pro.
not a bust.
That's what I'm saying.
He's already not a bust.
Think about
From
that.
what we've seen already in camp and in preseason, he's already not a bust. I mean, and from what I heard from Ohio State coaches and what I'm hearing from the players, when you hear from the players, it's legitimate. That's it. If a player who's been around, you know what Mike Evans is not going to do? Tell you somebody's great. It's like me saying, man, this Charles McCray's really great. Like, no, he wasn't. I'm not going to say it because I know what great looks like. Anthony Munoz came in the first practice. I was like, God damn, look at this old cat. Like, it was different, Jay. I'm telling you. He moved different. He struck different, and it was amazing. And I watched Charles McCray. I'm friends with Charles McCray, but he shouldn't have been no 5th pick in the draft. You kidding me? I think it was Bobby Beathard. I had a dinner with Bobby Beathard once, who was gonna bring me over as a free agent, and he said to me, I wouldn't have drafted Charles McCray in the 7th round.
Wow.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong, though. You know what I mean? So
some teams are.
Some teams.
Maybe you look at like Clelin Ferrell. He turned into a decent player, but he got drafted 4th overall too by the Raiders and Mike Mayock and John Gruden.
The Raiders are terrible at
drafting. But that's what I'm saying. Is like you look at certain teams and they just it's crazy how certain teams consistently hit on the draft just because they kind of stick with a type of player, and then other teams that are always trying to hit a grand slam on a pitch 20 feet outside the strike zone. Like it never works because you may hit on one guy, but you probably miss on the next 7. It's very rare that you miss. And that's why, and when you do see situations like that, like San Francisco is a great example. Not many teams can do what they did and trade all those picks to get Trey Lance. And he was terrible. Yeah. And them still be productive. But that's because they hit on that's the aberration.
Correct.
Usually teams like the Jets, usually teams like the Raiders, and all these teams that try to get so freaking fancy, and it blows up in their face time and time again. And people wonder why does this team suck for 20 years? Because of that.
Well, the teams that continuously succeed are the teams that are good in the trenches. Period. Like a San Francisco team, you go watch the San Francisco team, and would I be wrong to say that not as much now if we go back 2 years ago? They look like a team that quite a few quarterbacks could succeed behind. You see what I'm saying? That's not every team can say that, though. Like, they had great players everywhere. Like, they had a great tight end and a great running back and great offensive linemen and great wide receivers and these physical wide receivers. And you're like, good Lord. And he had one of the best play callers in the world. I'm like, Jesus. And, you know, your boy who just got paid, and Brock Purdy deserves to get paid. Not sure Brock Purdy gets paid if he's on Arizona.
No.
I'm not sure. You know what I mean?
He's more of a product of his environment. Right?
But he deserves to get paid.
Because of what he did.
Correct.
But you're also paying a guy because you expect that production to
bring you somewhere,
stay the same or get better, and then help your team win a playoff game and eventually a Super Bowl. I mean,
you think Purdy's played? And the thing
I think there's a great chance he's peaked.
Correct.
I think San Francisco's on a downslope.
But I'm saying this: Brock Purdy has played well enough in the past to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he did.
I understand
that.
At
the end of the day, it's a zero sum.
I understand that.
It's black or white.
Sure.
And things like that where it's a results-oriented business. And I don't disagree with you in the past, right? Here's another truth. Ebo's gone. Trent Williams isn't getting any younger. Brandon Ayuk is coming off a torn ACL, and Christian McCaffrey's not getting any
They're
younger.
not the same team.
Dre Greenlaw's not on their team anymore. That defense doesn't scare you as much. So this team is like, for a nice 5-year run there, you could pencil in San Francisco is probably going to be one of the final 2 or 3 teams in the NFC. Just think about the teams now, just off the top of your head. I'm not taking them over the Bucs. I'm not taking them over the Eagles. I'm not taking them over the Lions. That's 3 teams right there. Am I taking them over Green Bay? Maybe not. Right? Am I taking
San Francisco doesn't impress me anymore.
No. Am I taking them even over the Rams? I don't even in their own division. Right? Am I taking them over Washington with Jaden Daniels? Probably not. So that's just off the top of the 3 definite. It's like a spades. 3 and 2 possibles. That's not good. I mean, it's hard enough to win in the league and that just shows you it's hard enough to win in the league when you have one of the best rosters, and you also have rosters where your salaries are in a good spot. Those teams were good while your quarterback was making jack shit because he was Mr. Irrelevant.
Sure.
Now he's getting buku bucks, and you're not paying this guy and this guy and that guy. It's going to be awfully tough for them. I think San Francisco's on a big time downslope.
I think you're right. I still think they're well coached. The thing is, if you look at the San Francisco team and you go back 4 years, right? I could, with a straight face, go, they have the most physical left tackle. They have the most physical wide receiver. They have one of the most physical tight ends. They were physical everywhere, okay?
Right.
Not anymore. Christian McCaffrey, he's an afterthought now, okay? If anybody thinks that he's going to be great again, there's no way.
But how important is it now, like even as fans? And I think we got to remember this, and I think it's like this in football more than anything because the careers are so short, right? NFL stands for not for long. You better strike while the iron's hot, because having long-term success is so few and far between in this sport, where you have to be like a Philly or a Baltimore where you draft over and over and over again and constantly bring in new players. Because now, I mean, you look at the Bucs, for instance, right? Let's say it doesn't work out this year and they make the playoffs and then they get bounced in the first round. And let's say Mike and Levante hang it up. Those are 2 huge pieces. Let's say Baker takes a step back this year, right? And then you go into 2026 and you're like, I don't really know about Baker. Rashad's gone. Evans is gone. Levante's gone. And now your window, now you start looking around. You're like, Dean's probably gone, right? And you start looking around and you go, last year we were talking about how deep this thing, you get old quick really in the NFL, don't you? Really
fast. And San Francisco got old real fast.
Fast.
No doubt about that. Because, when you're looking at him right now, Christian McCaffrey's not going to make it through the season, okay? Trent Williams, I don't believe he played through the whole season last year. I'm not sure. He might have missed the beginning of it. And they're just not the same. They're not the same players. And here's the problem. Making a lot of money.
Yeah, they are.
They're making a lot of money to just be good now, okay? If you go back 4 or 5 years ago, the quarterback wasn't making as much and everybody was kind of on their way up. But that's what Philadelphia is right now. Philadelphia, they just have great players in a lot of very key positions. And that's, once again, that's trenches. Those 2 inside guys on defense, boy, I tell you what, that'll make anything look good.
And they're going to be around for a while.
They're going to be around for a minute.
They had a young center that took over, obviously, for Kelsey. And,
that's a lot to deal with.
They just know how to build the team.
Yes, they do.
They know how to build the team.
Yes,
All right,
they do.
before we get out of here, I want to bring something up to you that I just saw earlier today. And I don't know if you know about this, but, or actually, you tell me.
Okay.
What's been the deal with Hoosier the Bison?
Hoosier the Bison.
Yes. Do you know who that is?
I do know. I have him on some of my shirts.
Hoosier the Bison, the official mascot for the University of Indiana.
Is there a controversy?
What
happened?
There was a Bring Back the Bison Act passed by the Indiana University student body on December 16, 2024. And for the first time in 60 years, Hoosier the Bison is going to make its first public appearance on August 30th at the IU football season.
Say it ain't so.
There was no mascot your entire time there.
No.
No. If I would have asked you about that before I just mentioned that, what would you say?
I would know that the Bison is the mascot,
right? But you wouldn't know
shirt.
But you wouldn't know about the. I think I bought you a Bison. Did I buy you a shirt?
Possibly. I know I have a couple Bison shirts.
But it's like I was thinking to myself. I wonder if Ian was at Indiana going, "How come we don't have a mascot?"
Nah, I never even thought about that.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't there long enough to think too much.
You were there 2 years, right? 1 year, 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
And no sign of a mascot. Not at all.
Not everybody has mascots, though. I mean,
most teams do, though.
Who's Michigan's mascot?
Wolverine.
But there's no Wolverine out there.
Wally Wolverine.
Actually, I think the
Buckeyes
have.
Brutus,
no, they have like a nut or something.
Brutus Buckeye.
Is that what it is? Stupid.
Weird looking guy.
I hate the nuts.
And then lie detector test determined that was a lie. And then LSU, they got their tiger. And
that's, yeah.
Georgia's got the Uga, the bulldog.
Penn State has their, lion dudes.
They have a lion
dances.
Notre Dame's got their little 5'2" Irish guy.
Yeah, we weren't good enough for a mascot.
No?
Nah.
You're getting better, though.
Yeah, we're, hey.
60 years.
They don't play Ohio State or Michigan this year?
How do you think Indiana's going to do this season?
I think this coach is legitimate, dog.
Yeah,
I really do.
Coach Cinetti,
I just don't. I don't know if they're going to be Penn State and Oregon, but I think they can go 8-3, something like that.
Are you going to try to go out for another game this year?
I would love to go for another game. Absolutely.
Let's take a look at their schedule before we wrap it up. They open up against the powerhouse known as Old Dominion.
Let's go, ODU.
Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, the Fighting Sycamores of Indiana State, Larry Bird's.
3-0.
Illinois.
4-0.
Iowa. I'd say 5-0.
I think they'll beat them. So at home or away?
Away.
Okay.
And then you travel to Eugene, take on Oregon.
That's a tough
one. That's
going
to be tough.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah. And then home to Michigan State, home to UCLA, travel to College Park to take on Maryland, go to Penn State, home Wisconsin, and then home against Purdue in your big time.
I think they go 8-3. They go 8-3. Maybe even 2 losses. That's a possibility.
I think so.
It's a possibility.
Those are schedules like that though are good because it's kind of like your whole season's laid out in front of you, because you know who you don't have to play.
Sure.
Right.
And those 3 first games, they should shellac those two, because they were shellacking. Out of conference teams last year.
It would have been interesting to see how they did last year if they didn't have to play Notre Dame that first game. Because that was like you and I talked about. That was the worst matchup.
I didn't think they matched up well against.
That was the worst matchup.
But I'll be honest with you. I watched not every snap, but I watched most Indiana football last year. They had a great season. I still don't think they were one of the better teams.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I watched them. Exactly. And now this year, at least we don't have to, fight from the abyss. Because we're going to start off.
No, you're there, man.
We're there now.
You're in the
We go 5-0, 4-0, whatever. People are going to be talking again.
There's only going to be one first, college football playoff like that with the way it was, and Indiana was there, man.
Hey,
to say
I'm
that
proud.
now, 10 years later,
I'm proud. I wear my little IU now, and I get little comments. Before people are like, what is that?
They're like, was that a basketball
What
shirt?
is that?
Not good. What do we got coming up at the Dignitary Cafe, boss?
We had a nice customer appreciation party the other day, which was awesome. It was a nice little turnout on Saturday. But we just do what we do, our thing, bro. We're just pouring the kava in the kratom over here, 4817 Southwest Shore Boulevard. We got a bunch of, we got some new kava tenders, and,
nice.
It's just staying with the flow, man. It's a good flow going on.
You got that right. Again, 4817 Southwest Shore Boulevard. Check them out here at the Dignitary Cafe. Ian_Beckles. Follow me at Recher. Like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, we're live every Wednesday here at 3 o'clock, and on my program Monday at 12:30. And next week we'll be talking about the Buccaneers' final preseason game against Buffalo on Saturday. And Ian hates the preseason.
I don't like to.
You cannot wait for the regular season, can you?
I don't even watch the preseason. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even watch it.
All right, so we're not going to ask him his opinion on the game.
Well, you can watch my opinion. I'll go to YouTube and watch the highlights.
There you go, just like everybody else.
There you go.
You sound like every one of these talking heads on TV now.
It's all good.
You saw homegirl mess up
I did.
Sanders' jersey?
I did, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think people are making too much of it. I did. It was a bad mistake. I understand that. But I've made mistakes pretty bad, too. So it doesn't mean anything to me. So I just think people are making too much out of it, personally. They're making too much out of it.
Monica McNutt.
Big old soup coolers on her.
Monica McNutt. I'm surprised that you're defending her because you're not a nut fan.
Big old soup coolers on her. Wow.
But that's a bad mess up.
It wasn't.
It's one thing
it wasn't
to
a good look. It wasn't a good. I don't know what the good
That's
look.
one thing that's like.
It's almost like a soccer person not knowing who Pele is. Like Barry Sanders. Pick somebody with the blue Sanders.
It's a different color.
Come on,
altogether,
dog.
A different number.
Different number.
That.
She went home and she thought she had a bad feeling.
It's one of the worst.
She had a bad feeling.
Listen, sometimes people missay things. Sometimes you forget things when you're on the spot. That is that's not a mistake. You just didn't know.
Did I tell you I told you my faux pas at one time?
What'd you do?
When I mistook Pete Maravich for Pete Mahovlich.
Oh yeah. It's
still today. It gives me a funny feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, maybe that's why you.
No, he looked at me. He looked at me like, you're the dumbest. Like I saw that look like, God, you're dumb. And I was like, why was you looking at me like that? Like I didn't like. I saw the look. Like
it's almost like when you're the PA guy at the Lightning game and you call Kucherov Cologne, right?
We love you, Pat.
We love you, Pat. And I was there. Listen, I was there. I had his pack.
I know you laughed, though. I know you
No,
laughed.
I couldn't.
You couldn't laugh. You couldn't laugh.
I was mortified for him.
Mortified.
I texted him. You're good, bro. Stay strong. I don't want to compound it.
I said to him how bad it was. He goes, pretty bad. He didn't candy coat it.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Check us out next Wednesday on the Beckles and Recher podcast. We'll see you on Monday.
Deuces.
Peace out, y'all. Woo! Hotter than a cow's ass up in here.